Hi, this is Kerry Artak with Wicked Stocks, bringing you your daily Tesla report for Thursday, October 10th, 2024. But before we check out the charts, I just want to ask you to please click like, share, subscribe, and check out wickedstocks.com, where we offer a full suite of both daily and weekly analytical videos, just like the daily Tesla and daily NVIDIA reports, daily analysis in the SPY, daily analysis in the Triple Q, weekly analysis in the S&P 500 index, the NASDAQ 100 index, and Apple stock, as well as two individual stock picks a week that you never see on YouTube that cater to the 3 to 5 week swing trader out to the 3 to 5 month near term investor, always looking for 20% moves or more on those underlying stocks. And you get to see all of this for free. We offer a 5-day free trial up front. So check out wickedstocks.com. Let's take a look at the charts. I am going to start with this one, and that is to say that for the last 2 months plus, we've been trading inside of this well-defined channel structure. We topped out at the channel top, a couple of weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, we were approaching it. We tested it and fell away to channel support. Over the last week, we've been in the midst of essentially testing it. Now, we did test it outright, actually, on Wednesday. We even closed pretty much right at it. 241.85 is the channel bottom today. This is, no surprise. We're right at the precipice of a 2 to 3 week move either way. From here, rallying up to 271.82 over the next 2 to 3 weeks. And if we close below 241.85 to 213.65 over the next 2 to 3 weeks. Now, this is October 10th is Robotaxi Day, and so there's going to be a flood of information that'll come into the market, and I don't really have any idea whatsoever. Here's my idea, which is going to be entirely technical, that if we close today at or above 241.85, it is likely that we will test 271.82 before we were to fall or test 213.65. And if we were to close over the next few weeks above that 271.82 formation, then we have 309.40 as a 3 to 5 week objective, and the same channel top on the weekly chart at 271.82 is 272.56. And so if we close above both at the end of a week, then we also have kind of a 1 to 3 month objective at 334.10. That is upside. I'm not expecting this 334.10 level unless we close above 272.56, and that would be 271.82 on the daily chart. And while we're talking upside, what is the likelihood that we'll see 271.82 over the next couple of weeks? Well, it heightens with a settlement today above 252.66. So this is kind of your day trade, 2 to 3 day swing trade, buying 241.85, selling 252.66. If you're reluctant to buy the weakness that is obvious as we test the 241.85 channel bottom, then you're going to want to buy the strength that would be a settlement above 252.66. And then I think the 271.82 channel top is likely inside of 2 weeks, where we could top out by that point in time well into November trade, fall away again to channel support, which is presently 241.85 and climbing. Now, downside today, breaking or opening below 241.85 does signal 233.21, and that is a 3/8 downside Fibonacci. If we happen to break 233.21, we could test, and I don't show it anywhere, but right about here in the chart is a 50% downside Fibonacci. So we've got a 3/8, 50%, 5/8. 50% is actually not a Fibonacci level, but it is a Dow theory level, and the 50% retracement actually works quite well, better than even the Fibonacci's in some markets. But I do think Tesla likes the 3/8 and 5/8 Fibonacci's quite well. And let me get back to the point I'm trying to drive home, which is to say that if we break or open today below 241.85, you should expect at least 233.21, depending on if it's a bearish reaction to the Robotaxi information. 223.43 is potentially in reach. We have seen that kind of volatility before, but what I think the likelier outcome would be is if we were to close below 241.85, we enter a 2 to 3 week sell signal down to 213.65. This is a 5/8 Fibonacci, a longer term over the last couple of months that can absorb selling on a weekly, possibly multi-week basis. We could come off of here nicely as we move into November trade. Last thing I'm going to say in terms of the big picture directional dynamic, and that is if we were to close below 241.85. Yeah, let me go back here. If we were to close today below 241.85, there is the possibility of unwinding over the next several months back into the mid 170s. But as I've been saying, I think the more reliable approach is stair step, and that is to say the first stair, so to speak, is 213.65. I think you can reliably anticipate 213.65 within 2 to 3 weeks of closing below 241.85, and if we close then below 213.65, then we've got, I'm going to call it a 3 to 5 week objective at 176.85, where by that point in time we could bottom out possibly through the first quarter of 25. So in terms of swinging for the fences longer term, you've got a sell signal below 241.85 that is actionable, and to the upside, it is above 271.82, and inside of that area, we do have a fairly well-defined two-sided framework that is rising. Inside of a rising channel, we have a two-sided framework, buying 241.85 and selling 271.82. If you went short a couple of weeks ago when we were testing 271.82 channel resistance, bravo. If you bought it back on Wednesday when we actually did test the channel bottom, you may be long now, and I think you can stay long so long as we do not settle today below 241.85. Now, this is a big day to be caught long. Obviously, this is where your risk management process comes into play. And I think that should be self-authored, your risk management. That is really the only way it really works. But that's why I say merely closing below 241.85. I don't give any thresholds or any secondary indications. But once again, I will mention that if we break or open below 41.85, 33.21 is likely today. And if we close below 41.85, expect 223.43 by the end of next week, 213.65 within 2 to 3 weeks. And I'm going to leave it at that. Please click like, share, subscribe. Check out wickedstocks.com. I will be back tomorrow with Friday's Tesla report. You have a great evening.